Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm filming a review on my daily driver, the 520D M Sport behind us. Thought you'd appreciate a nice video because it's such a nice day. I thought I'd come out and film something, and what better to film than the car I spend most of my working week driving. So we'll have a look around the outside, we'll have a look at the inside, and then we'll take it for a drive. Right then, let's have a look at the outside. Apologies, the car's not the cleanest, but it is that time of year where no cars stay clean for more than a couple of days. So let's have a look at the outside. So I'll spin the camera around and we'll go through some of the features of the exterior. Right, so starting at the front then, so we can see straight away this car's got some additional extras. So we've got the Bmw laser lights, and we've also got the gloss black front grills, which means it's got the M Sport Pro Pack. And in addition to that, Pro Pack also features these beautiful 20-inch alloy wheels with the M red calipers behind. It's got the privacy glass on there as well, and so you get the shadow line extended contents as well, and you also get the M Sport seat belts on the inside. Colour itself is the carbon black, so it's black with a sort of blue metal flake within. And as I say, the laser lights are a world apart from the standard lights. No disrespect to anyone who's got one with the standard lights, but I do a lot of nighttime driving and these are just amazing. You've got the front parking sensors on there as well, and it also has collision prevention sensors within the bumper. Again, as I say, apologies, my car does not stay clean for very long. You've got the M Sport front gills and the M badging on the front wing. Indicators on the door mirrors. Mentioned earlier, it's got the privacy glass. The red calipers just set it off quite nicely, just put a bit of colour on the side profile of the car. What do we think to the colour? Let me know. I quite like it. And then we'll move round to the rear of the car. We've got the OLED tail lamps, so like a sort of 3D tail lamp now. And you've got the reversing camera as standard, and then again, part of the Pro Pack, you get this little spoiler on the boot lid. And of course you've got rear sensors and M Sport rear bumper with the twin exit exhaust as well. So let's have a look in the boot. So plenty of boot space on one of these. Plenty of room in there for shopping trips, push chairs, suitcases, you name it, it'll go in. No folding seat option on this particular car, but you do get quite a large boot anyway, and you've got these sort of little side compartments here for bits and pieces you don't want rolling around. Nice wide boot opening as well. Right, let's carry on. So again, let me know what you think in the comments of these alloy wheels. Apologies, the sun's glaring on the shot there. Let's have a look down the side profile of the car. It's nice and clean. Nothing too busy going on, just nice subtle swage lines. There we go. So let me know what you think of the exterior of the car in the comments. One last walk around the car before I show you the interior. I think it's a really good looking car. I think the wheels just set it off nicely, but that's not to say the standard wheels don't look good as well, because they really do. Depends what you want from the car, I suppose. Right, so let's have a look at the interior now. So this particular car is fitted with the black Vanasca leather as I mentioned earlier, you do also get these M Sport seat belts, part of the Pro package with the M colours woven in. We've got 2 ISOFIX points on the 2 outer seats as well. You also get this really handy fold down armrest, and you've also got cup holders within, so really useful for your drinks in the back there. Plenty of space. This chair's quite far back. I've just used this to show how far back it will go and still give you the leg room here as well. That's my driving position, so anyone who sits behind me knows you get acres of space because I'm only short. And again, in the back you've also got things like your electric windows, your ambient lighting, really nice place to sit. Down here you've also got 2 lightning ports and a 12-volt charger and 2 heater vents as well. So the first thing to talk about is these M Sport seats. They're very comfortable, really supportive on the side bolsters. Of course, they are inflatable as well on the M Sport cars. Really comfortable, really supportive. They fit me really well. I'm quite short, so getting the seat in a position that I like is quite difficult, but these are infinitely adjustable. This particular one's got the electric seats, so you can get the seat just right, whereas if there were manual seats, it's a little bit difficult to get it just right. You also get this lovely thick M Sport leather steering wheel. Nice clear driver's gauges here. I'll show you that in a little bit more detail in just a second. The iDrive system on the larger screen on the LCIs, really clear. The iDrive wheel falls nicely to hand. Gear selector is really nice to use as well. Car's just a lovely, comfortable thing to sit in. If you're going to do a long drive on motorway, I can't think of anything better than one of these. These will just chew up miles, and you'll get your destination at the other end feeling very comfortable. Just, yeah, lovely place to sit. BMW got it absolutely just right with this. So starting the car up then from the driver's point of view, so once you're sat in, it's completely keyless start, so all you do is foot onto the brake pedal, and then we hit this engine start button here. Nice quiet startup as well, and as you can see all the lights come on and go out, and then you're presented on my settings with the navigation in the middle of the driver's screen. You do have the option to change it. It's not infinitely changeable, but for example if I engage sport here, you'll see the clocks have changed, got more of a sort of red and white setup. And if I engage Eco Pro, we've got more of a blue setup. And then back to comfort, it goes sort of orange, which is a sort of calming colour, and probably in BMW world. iDrive 7, so this is the main sort of landing page. You've got the full screen map, as you can see. And then your menus, you've got over on the left hand side, you've got your media, so you can scroll all the way down your radio stations, none of which I'm going to switch on for you at the moment because I don't want to get thrown off YouTube. You do have the Apple CarPlay system, which is connected to my phone at the moment, but if I do that, it'll switch the video off, so I can't do that. I'll put a quick screen grab or short video in here just for you to have a look at. Communications is fairly straightforward. Everyone knows what Bluetooth calls is, so we've got Bluetooth for your calls there. You've also got BMW Assist and BMW Messages. And navigation we've just been through, and then the cars menu is just for all your sort of settings. So for example, you can go in and let's say if we want to adjust, I don't know, the interior ambient lighting for example, which I've got set to blue at the moment, which really does set the interior off. I know you probably can't see it at the moment, maybe just see it just there. Quite bright today, but again you can switch it on and off. You can go into your colour, change it whatever you want it to be. I quite like the blue, so I'll leave it on the blue. And then you've got BMW apps, so you can go into your personal assistant. You've got your BMW Messages there, check on the weather, Amazon Alexa's in there as well, lap timer, yeah, that's exactly what you want in your 520D, yeah, because you're going to be doing hot laps around Silverstone every weekend, aren't you? You've got your window modes there, and you've got your experience modes, so that basically sets the car into these sort of predetermined lighting configurations, and it plays soothing sounds, so you can relax while you're driving. I think you should be relaxed while you're driving anyway, because nobody wants to take road rage out onto the public highways. So now we've had a quick look around the interior. I think what we'll do is we'll start it up, take it for a drive, and we'll have a bit more of a chat about what it's like to drive on the road. Right, let's take the 520D XDrive M Sport Saloon out for a drive. and see what we think. Right, so I'm just going to get out of this car park, and then first thing we're going to do is going to take the car onto the motorway, which is where most 5 Series spend most of their lives, and we'll see what we think to the car at 70 miles an hour in terms of comfort, road noise, all that good stuff. So give me 2 seconds and I will join the motorway and I'll get back to you very soon. Right, here we go, just going to go up the slip road now. Let's try the car out for acceleration. Here we go. And there we go, we're up to 70. So the engine is nothing special. It's a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine, about 190 horsepower. It's got the XDrive system on it. So my last one I had, I'll put a picture on now, that was actually a standard car with rear-wheel drive, and to be fair, I don't know if it's the 20-inch wheels or the XDrive system, but this car on a roundabout just seems to sort of skip a little bit, so it doesn't feel as stable. That said, it's one of those things you just get used to. So yeah, really nice car. So yeah, so we're up to 70 miles an hour. Not too much road noise, even though we are on those 20-inch wheels and tyres. And again, supremely comfortable, nice driving position, seats nice, everything on the screen is nice and clear. Good thing as well is you get the BMW personal assistant that's standard on all BMWs now. So if you want to do something while you're driving, if you don't want to take your eyes off the road too much, you can just press the button and it will do whatever you tell it, within reason. So you can say to it something like, hey BMW, I'm cold, and it will turn the heating on for you, or turn the driver's seat heater on, it'll do that for you. So got all these different bits and pieces that not many people know about, but all designed to sort of make BMW ownership that little bit more pleasant. So yeah, it's on a motorway, it's really nice. In terms of miles per gallon, real world figures, I mean, I do a 30-mile trip to work and back, and probably about 80% of that is either on motorways or 60-mile-an-hour roads. And if I just tell you, so at the moment I'm averaging 42.5 miles to gallon, and I have got quite a heavy foot as well. I do like to overtake when the opportunity arises and accelerate nice and quickly. Just makes the journey a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll carry on this road, and then we'll come off onto some country lanes, and we'll see if this really is the ultimate driving machine. Actually, just while I'm stuck behind this lorry here, what I thought I'd just run through quickly is some of the options that this car doesn't have that I would have liked. So this car doesn't have the comfort package, which would have got more adjustments on the electric seat. So for example, I could adjust this shoulder thing bit here to sort of wrap it around my shoulders here, and I could have had the leg support extendable by electric as well, and that would have also given me memory seats. It would have also given me a powered tailgate and a heated steering wheel. So powered tailgate's not something I would get upset about. I mean, on this, it's a saloon, so as soon as you press the boot button, it's going to pop open anyway. All you've got to do is close it yourself, and that's not exactly difficult. Heated steering wheel would have been nice, but for the few months out of the year that you're going to use it, yeah, fair enough. But those memory seats would have been ideal, because it does take a while to get your seat back in the right position, especially if, for example, my valet has cleaned the car and they move the seat. It's very difficult to get it back into your own driving position. But again, that's first world problems, isn't it? So it doesn't have the comfort pack, and it doesn't also have the driving assistance pack as well, which would have been the radar guided cruise control, and this sort of lane keeping aid thing as well. It doesn't have that, but that's not to say I'm disappointed with the car. It's a lovely car, it's got a beautiful spec on it, it's lovely to drive. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. As I say, the previous car I had was a standard 520D, M Sport didn't even have a metallic colour, but that was still a lovely car to drive. This is just taking it to the next level. So yeah, so I'll get off the motorway now and we'll have a look at some country roads and see what the car's all about in terms of driving. I'm just going through this little village now, so we're down to sort of 30 miles an hour. Just thought I'd let you guys know what it's like at the slower speeds, and it is brilliant. Steering's nice and light, the throttle is responsive even in comfort mode. On these sort of slower roads you do get a little bit of bumpiness, and again that's fed back through those 20-inch wheels, but it's a small price to pay. I'd rather have the 20-inch wheels and suffer with the bumps rather than have the smaller wheels. I just think the 20s look better on the car. I think it just suits it more. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think this sort of car should have chunky tyres and smaller wheels for ride comfort? Let me know. So just coming out of the little village now, we're going to go onto a 40-mile-an-hour road, and sadly I'm stuck behind a lorry again. So let me get round the lorry and I'll catch up with you in a second. Right, here we go. So I've got a little bit of open road to play with now. So yeah, it picks up really nice, grips the road well, especially with that XDrive system. This time of year, yeah, it's dry today, but there's still a little bit of surface sort of road salt dust and a little bit of moisture here and there. It's 7 degrees at the moment, so I'm not going to start thrashing the car or anything, but let's see what it can do in the corners. Seems really sort of planted on these 20-inch tyres. So if you're sticking into a bend, you've got the confidence that it'll hold on. Yeah, it's really nice to drive even at this speed, which I won't say. Yeah, this chassis and this sort of wheel setup just seems really nice for this sort of road. It's never going to replace something like your M5 or your sports car or whatever you've got, but as a sort of nice thing to drive on the daily, definitely get yourself one of these. If you can afford one, definitely go for it. And that brings me on to something quite interesting really, because how long has the 5 Series really got left? I mean, I know BMW are replacing this car probably next year now, and there's going to come a point where you can't order this car, and that's coming very soon, but definitely get yourself one of these while you still can, because let's look at the 7 Series. You used to be able to get a 7 Series with a choice of petrol engines, diesel engines, hybrid engines. Now look at the i7, or the new 7 Series if you want to call it that. No diesel engine available, only a big petrol engine and a ludicrously expensive fully electric version. Is that the way the 5 Series is going to go? Has the 5 Series been killed by the SUV market? Very few people want the saloon cars. Yes, I know they do a touring version, but again, that has price implications that puts it almost level with something like an X3 or a good spec one. You're probably not far off an entry-level X5. What do you think? It'd be sad to see the 5 Series go, because it's been BMW's flagship for decades, and it's a really good car as well. We'll just have to see what BMW do engine-wise with the next one. That brings me on to something else as well. So the competitors for the 5 Series, what are your options if you want to look at something other than the 5 Series? Why you'd want to do that, I don't know, but so let's start with the number one. It's been its rival for many years, the Mercedes E-Class. So your E-Class there, that shape again has been out for quite a while, whereas the 5 Series has had its LCI. Yes, I know the Mercedes had a facelift, but not much of one, still the same basic shape. The interior on that car is absolutely fantastic. It's been updated, it's got all its lighting stuff that it can do. You can have those twin screens and things like that, which hasn't yet made its way into the 5 Series. Maybe we'll see that on the next one. In fact, I'm sure we will. Yeah, so the equivalent Mercedes, so you're looking at something like an E220D, you want to get the AMG line, put a few bits on it. yeah, I don't know if I'd want a Mercedes-Benz. I definitely wouldn't want its other rival, which is the Audi. That's no disrespect to people who've got them, it's just not for me. I just don't like the look of it with that big grille on the front. Yeah, I know they've got all the technology and everything inside. So again, you're looking at the A6 TDI to get an equivalent version of this. Probably want to put a few bits and pieces on it. I don't know what Audi call their styling pack, the black, glossy black pack thing they do. You've got that option. Does Lexus rival the 5 Series? I don't think it does at the moment. So Jaguar's XF, well, I know all about that car, so used to sell those. And again, yeah, it's a nice car, but very, very niche. You know, how many new XFs have you seen in the last month? When's the last time you saw a new or nearly new XF on the road? Probably a reason for that, and that's because everybody just buys the 5 Series. It's the right choice. So if you're thinking of getting yourself a sort of large executive car, go and try one. Go and take one for a drive, see what you think of it. Just buy one on my say so, but go and experience it, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Not everybody will, don't get me wrong, but there's a reason why the 5 Series is the sort of default choice for your company car buyers, and you know, it's so reliable, they're so comfortable, they come well spec'd. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know your company car buyer's not going to go out and start adding M Sport Pro Pack and 20-inch wheels to their cars, but even as a standard car, as I mentioned earlier, my previous white one, lovely car to drive. So let me know what you think. Have you got one of this car's rivals and you're thinking of changing to one? Have you got one of these and you're thinking of leaving BMW? Let me know why, I'm interested to know. And let me know what you think of this particular car as well. Always interested to hear what owners think of the cars. You've had one long term, have you always been 5 Series and you're thinking of coming out with 5 Series, maybe looking at a 3 Series downsizing, or maybe going to an SUV? Let me know. But thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed a look around my daily driver. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I don't know what it'll be. Let me know what you want to see. Drop a comment. Got access to most BMW models. I've just done the M3 Touring, which you can see on the channel as well. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.